do this.
Showtime.
Tweet. And plug it in every Discord server. Gentlemen, go!
Alrighty.
Plugged on my server. Plugged on my mines.
Plug. Plug.
It has been successfully plugged on all 2 of my social medias.
Good job.
And when I get a community tab on YouTube, that'll be upgraded to 3.
Plug. Plug. I'm in a lot of Discord servers. Not all of which related to Pony.
Well, that's good.
One of them's like the Dragon's Den, which is about just other nerd shit that I got. Like a TikToker started it or something. And I joined because I liked his content. It's that ODST guy I'll show you sometimes. And another one, I think I'm in a server for Overwatch, but I'm like, I won't do it in Overwatch. What are they going to do? It's not a gaming. If I ever do my gaming stream, I'll plug it in there. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, the kitty is already here.
I really want to reach the screen and pet her.
And we got her insulin. My little diabeto kitty's gonna have a needle stabbed in her tonight. Right after the stream. Yush, yush, yush. Oh, I'm gonna have to share my screen with you guys. So you can see what I'm doing, I guess.
That would be helpful. How was your day today, Heather?
It was very busy and very, very hot.
Yeah? What did you do today?
I had to clean Spoon's fish tank today, so that just adds a whole bunch more. And then my mop broke. I used my mop, and the actual metal tube handle thing broke in two. And I was just like, oh. I tried fixing it with duct tape, and that worked for a little bit, but it just kept falling apart, so I threw it in the garbage. We need a new mop.
Yeah, something like that really can't be fixed.
Yeah. I was like, maybe I could just make it work for a little bit longer, but no, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, water isn't really good for adhesives.
Yeah. Oh,
Actually,
well.
if you had flex tape, it probably would have worked.
I don't got no flex tape.
Potentially.
Syndicate, Blue Psycho Pony, Mr. Mario. Hello.
Yo. Ugh. And I live in such a warm room. Why is everything
That's
so
looking
hot?
kind of cute sitting there on your lap, Heather.
When she's a good little kitty, she can be adorable. Yes, you're a good kitty. You're a good kitty. You're a good kitty. And if you also notice, I'm wearing a new shirt. My older sister sent it to me as an Easter present. She knew I loved Nicktoons when I was younger. Loved Nickelodeon. I've watched every single show that's on this shirt. You want to get off? Or what are you doing? Oh, you're trying to just get in a good position to sit, I guess.
Yep, to be in the most way possible.
Yeah, who knows what's going on in her little cat brain. But today, we're going to crochet mittens, not for Bronny's mom, but his grandma, his Nona.
Nona. Yep.
You love her.
Yep. Nona's the greatest. I'm not being sarcastic either. I felt like as soon as I said that, I'm like, my tones might have come across as sarcastic, but no.
I haven't met her personally yet, but she seems very nice.
Yeah, Nona's pretty cool.
Sounds like a no-nonsense kind of person.
No, she's full of nonsense. She's hilarious.
Yeah, and she's like me and likes to remember everyone's birthdays.
Yeah, but here's the thing, she doesn't write them down. Like, this is what's insane. Nona's probably got 200 birthdays floating around in her head, and she just keeps track of all of them.
I'm not at that level yet. She's what I aspire to be.
You'll have to ask her her secret. Juanita says, "Night! Hi, Heather!"
Hey, Juanita! She's doing good. She's just a little diabeto kitty.
Juanita, why does your display image look like a disfigured corgi?
She
Oh,
loves
no, wait,
dogs.
that's a Shiba Inu.
She loves dogs.
So we're doing mittens.
Yep, they're gonna be like the ones I made for your mother, but they're gonna have particular stripings. Like with your mom's, I just did like that multicolored yarn that I used for her stuff before, so they would match what she already has. And I'm gonna do like the same idea, but it's gonna match your Nona's scarf, which I dubbed the Twilight Sparkles scarf because I was just like mixing together colors and being like, what goes good together? And it turns out Twilight's color palette just went to mind, and I'm like, yeah, that works.
Yep, and she liked it. You remember that picture I showed you? She took a picture of herself wearing it.
Oh yeah, I'm glad she liked it. Then now she'll have some nice little mittens to go with it.
Mario wants to know what you would do with the Loom of Fate.
The Loom of Fate. I don't know what that is.
Neither do I.
Oh, it is referring to the three fates of Greek mythology.
Oh. What,
Is that enough to jog memories, or should I keep going?
Go on a little bit. Like, what can I even do with it?
Alright, so the general idea with the three fates is that you have one of the past, one of the present, and one of the future, and the loom, each strand of yarn on the loom represents someone's life. So, at the end of someone's life, or to signal the end of someone's life, they would snip the thread on the yarn. And I don't know if this applies to regular mythology, but in God of War 2, it is possible to use your own thread to travel to your own past. Although it might be possible to travel to the pasts of other people, it might have just been an arbitrary game mechanic that you couldn't.
Yeah, I'm not sure about what I'd do with it then. Having control over people's fates and lives. Could just kill all the people I don't like. Be like, okay, snip, 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 snip. Ugh, this blanket's horrible. Throw the whole thing out. No one remembers you exist. But, you know, I probably shouldn't be put in charge of anything like that.
Syndicate wants to know if you would want immortality.
Hey, what?
Immortality.
Oh yeah, sure. Wait, does it come with eternal youth? Because I don't want to just be forever old.
It's like you age, but you're still alive, so you just keep decaying until you're a skeleton, so now you're just this living skeleton.
That'd actually be pretty metal. Be pretty freaking cool. Maybe everyone's immortal. We just turn into skeletons when we die, and then we turn into dust. And we're just still...
we turn into souls when we die.
Actually, how's this for metal? You are a braid piloting a skeleton mech that has flesh armor.
I like metal better. Metal.
Well, your bones are made out of rocks. Does that help?
I
I
guess.
think calcium is technically a metal.
Might be.
It's like liquid metal, like mercury. I'm sweating right now, and I'm pretty sure it's because I also have a cat on my freaking lap.
You know what's funny is I was...
Go ahead.
You go ahead, because you were about to read the thing I was going to read anyway.
Yeah, well, we were both about to read. Juanita wants to know if it's hot in Arizona.
Fuck the hell, yes, it's hot!
In other redundant questions, did Celestia raise the sun this morning?
She raised it and then put it next to my house. Big white-ass bitch.
Actually, that is a rather interesting concept. If Celestia has control over the sun, if she just decided she didn't like a particular area of Equestria, she could put the sun just a little bit closer to that area.
And I bet people in that live in deserts and stuff, or places that have drought, they're just like, I hate that sun bitch so much. This is clearly her fault.
There was a quote from a story I read. It was about Star Swirl the Bearded, and it was roughly go out to the Saddle Arabian desert, stand in the midday sun, and ask the locals how much they like the light. and it was supposed to be an allegory to, you know, balancing the light with the dark.
I wonder what's considered a good day out there.
Cloudy.
Slight drizzle, most likely.
Let's see here. Railroad says, hello, it's your friendly neighborhood moron.
Sup? You're a smart boy, though. Excuse me. You want to
You're a
get
smart kid, just don't let it go to your head.
up? Bye-bye, kitty.
Usually self-deprecation is a sign of intelligence.
Because you can see the flaws within yourself.
Yep, you're introspective. Syndicate wants to know if you wish the main six, I'm totally dyslexic over here, the main six had run into or fought Daybreaker.
That would have been cool.
Yes.
I would have loved, like, actual Celestia being evil. What kind of story would that have been? I guess we kind of get it in the Rogue Diamond comic, but it doesn't seem like we're going to be focusing on that. We're focusing on Spikety stuff.
Disparity, yep. Which is pretty typical for Piyasama.
Just give Rarity the hugest Taz. Good stuff.
The asperity is kind of her thing.
Yeah. I do love their art style. I really liked the beginning of that comic. Like, it's still ongoing. I just read a couple of pages of it right now, and I love it. But I did like the beginning, like the beginning of Celestia just being evil.
Yeah, they're fighting Octavia right now, and Octavia has bullet-powered samurai sword thing going on. It's weird.
It is weird, and it's great. I was like, whoa. How the fuck are you gonna ship Octavia and Vinyl Scratch right with this dynamic? I wanna know.
Yeah, she broke Rarity's arm.
Yeah. Bitch.
How could you let
If
that
her samurai
happen?
sword doesn't look at least a little bit like a violin bow, that is a wasted opportunity.
That is literally what it like when she comes in. She's playing the cello on with her sword as the bow.
Alright.
She fucking adapted really well to the apocalypse.
Juanita says, I just realized that Knife is the opposite of Indominus. Knife is the personification of death, and Indominus is sweet. I don't feel like that's accurate, Heather. Would you care to explain?
Do you remember Indominus?
I never met Indominus.
No, you did. She lived with me for a while. She's
I know
Rex.
she did, but I never, like, met her.
Oh, well, I guess personally. I don't know. Knife is a pretty freaking goth-ass cat, and Indominus was really nice. She killed bugs for me and stuff, but Indominus was young. I found her, like, at least in the first few years of her life.
Mm-hmm.
Indominus probably doesn't even remember me.
She probably does. Juanita, you better be taking good care of that cat over there.
She has been, and I really appreciate it. It's sad that I couldn't, like, really take on Indominus again. And I know, like, her and Juanita have grown a special bond that me and Indominus obviously don't harbor anymore. She's in a good place.
That's good.
She's 7 now. Gosh, she got old. On our official paperworks for Knife stuff now, we guess, I think the vet guessed she's like 12 and a half or 13.
Wow.
Old as hell.
That's a fair bit older than the previous guess.
We got all fuck you with that cat's age. All I know is that she's old, and this shirt is kind of short. Like, if I stand straight up, my belly comes out.
That's unfortunate.
And it's got cat hair on it now.
Well, of course it does. It's a white shirt.
Honey, be prepared to never have a nice white shirt ever again.
That's unfortunate because some of my favorite shirts are white.
Well, try and keep them away from knife. And have a lint brush.
How about you keep your dumb cat away from my good shirts?
She could be away from your good shirts, Brian. It's gonna get there one way or another.
Yeah, cat hair kind of floats.
I find nice hair in places I would never have expected. Okay? It just goes where it goes.
Syndicate wants to know what your dream car would be.
It used to be a Volkswagen Beetle, like a cute little red one. But I don't know if I'd do that now. I don't know how good Volkswagen Beetles really are, if they do well in gas. And Volkswagens are typically cars that are hard to service, so I probably wouldn't do it. I don't know. I'm too adult and practical to have a dream car. I just like a car that's nice and works. Would like AC, please. Does good on gas. Camaros are cool. I don't want to do anything with Ford, though.
My practical choice would be a Tesla. My dream car would be a Hudson Hornet.
There you go.
Bronny, any input on that? Oh, sorry.
I'd like something fully electrical for my daily commute. I would just like a car that works. I've never had that.
That's a good launching pad.
And every time I've had a car that works, it's never lasted more than a couple of months.
Maybe
That's
one
a problem
day.
when you're poor. What'd you say, Heather?
I said maybe one day.
Blue Psycho says, the car I'm restoring is a Camry Berlinetta from 1979.
That's an interesting hobby to have, restoring cars. Man, I can't imagine taking on such like a project like that.
Oh, he says it's a Camaro. He mistyped. Kevin says, hey, Heather.
Sup?
Zara Ora says, hey, Heather, nice Nicktoons shirt.
Thank you, it's new.
And Syndicate said, in relation to the Nicktoons shirt, did you hear that Rugrats is returning this year?
I wasn't sure if that was true or not. Well, let's see how good it is. I don't think Rugrats was a show that really needed a revival, though.
Yeah, these people need to learn. It's gonna suck.
I don't know how they're going to recreate the charm of the original art style in a digital format.
The original art style most certainly did not have any charm.
I liked it.
It was hideous.
That was part of the charm. It was completely... The hand-drawn, rough... It gave it a distinctive look.
No, it wasn't just that. It was ugly.
Oh, Bronny. Stop being wrong for 2 minutes.
No. Because I'm not wrong. I'm right.
Yeah, I had to add that on, didn't you? You had to think about it for a second, didn't you?
Nah, I gave it a dramatic pause.
No, you didn't.
Retro Gamer Kevin says, my current dream car is the 2017 Ford GT. There's another car that doesn't work.
I don't know about Fords. If you want a long-lasting good car, I mean, I guess I gotta be a whore for my dealership and say a Subaru. I just know tons of people, and even before I worked them, with Subarus. And Kias. Kias are also good. Subarus and Kias. Subarus especially are long-lasting. They do, like, okay on gas, like 25 miles per gallon and stuff, so it's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a sturdy car. You're not gonna die in those car accidents, let me tell you. My car that I got right now, because I got a loaner car because the other week when I gave them my car to give to, because one of my tires went flat. It took them a while to get my tires, so I had a loaner car. And then when they gave me my car back, it had scratches and dents in the driver's side door. So I had to go and be like, guys, you damaged my car. What the hell? So they're fixing that right now. So I'm stuck with this loaner car that's a 2021 Subaru Outback. It's bigger. I'm higher up. It's a nice car. I'm just not incredibly comfortable in it because it's not mine. But, like, that thing's got, like, the rear view cameras, and it's also, the car will scream at you if you try to do anything wrong. Like, I'll be backing up, and it'll be like, beep, 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 but I'm like, what? And there's, like, a person like, just slowly walking up on the other side of the street, and I'm like, I'm not gonna hit them, shut up. Or, like, if you're, like, changing lanes or something, it'll be like, beep, 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 you're changing a lane? And I'm like, yes, bitch. I mean, I guess that's good if you were, like, I guess for an absent-minded driver like me, it might be good to have in case I'm not paying attention. I mean, I'm not saying, like, I just recklessly almost get into accidents all the time, but, like, you know, you start to zone out when you drive.
Yeah, you don't definitely want to do that as little as possible.
Yeah. But it, like, startles me, and it's, like, something that's not a big deal, and I'm like, oh my god. It's like, can I at least customize the sound that it makes?
Teslas can.
I really
Be
have
that one guy who rips out his car's soundbox and replaces it with one that plays Toto. Or, Africa by Toto.
Oh, I've actually heard of that. I actually, though, don't know a lot about Teslas. Like, I know that freaking Elon Musk sent one to freaking space for reasons, I guess.
I'm going to out you for a second. When you change lanes, do you use your turn signal?
Yeah.
Really? Because usually if you use your turn signal, then it won't notify you.
I think in this situation, I got kind of close to the line with that. I don't know. Maybe I was drifting too much to the right,
Gotcha.
but I think I was fine.
No, I just know my sister's car has those, and yeah, it's just if you use your turn signal, it won't yell at you because then it knows you're doing it intentionally.
Yeah. Smart cars.
Yep.
Smarter than me. But yeah, I don't know anything about Tesla. I hear the cars are expensive. I think I remember advertisements for like a feature they had were like, I don't know, something with the inside dashboard, like you could play games in your car. I don't remember. And I don't know why
you'd want that.
I don't know why that was a big deal. But yeah, I guess you could play. I don't remember if it was a prank or something, but you could like play games at stoplights or something.
Well, regardless, it's a computer with wheels, which is not a concept that I like. So, Spencer, we're going to start building cars. They're just going to be completely analog. We're going to get them running on electricity. I saw one guy hook a freaking alternator on his car. So the thing, on his electric car, so the thing charges itself while it drives. And that's what we're going to do.
Well, electric vehicles basically do that already, depending on how you have them configured. As when you take your foot off the gas, it will use the reverse current, or however it works, from the motors on the wheels to recharge the battery a little.
Yeah, but like imagine doing that it's charging itself while it's driving too.
I'm not sure the science behind that, but that would be cool.
I mean, it's not going to be a full charge, but you'll get a lot more mileage out of it like that.
True.
Trent says hello. He also says, nice shirt.
Thank you. I like that everyone's acknowledging my shirt. You should see my socks.
Oh, jeez.
I know, terrifying. I didn't watch much of Ren and Stimpy, just a bit. I honestly don't remember which one's Ren and which one's Stimpy. Is it the cat or the chihuahua?
The ugly one is Ren.
I'm guessing you mean the chihuahua. So Stimpy is the cat?
They're both pretty freaking ugly.
Yeah, I was about to do the Batman Beyond. Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
I missed that show.
Which one?
Wasn't that what it was? Batman Beyond? It was the one where it's like in the future and there's a kid taking on the role. Yeah, I like that show. Blight was really coolly designed.
There was something I was going to say about the electric car thing, but I lost track of it.
Yeah.
Alright, oh yeah, so Bronny, your electric car idea, no computer. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Your business is going down the tubes once fully autonomous vehicles become mandatory.
Then I revolt and I start blowing stuff up. I go full freaking insurrectionist. Okay, if the second they make something fully automated mandatory, I'm gonna become violent.
I mean, like,
I
I like that
promise
because
you.
I don't want to drive. I mean, like, wouldn't they have to have it, like, a manual overdrive anyway? Like, just in case the computer fails, you have to have, like, a manual drive in there.
I don't.
Depends
know
how far
that.
along we're talking.
Like,
It's a bad idea. You don't want it to be like fully automated, and you don't want it to be able to be hooked up. If something's going to be fully automated, you got to make it yourself. Otherwise, you're giving somebody else control of your vehicle. It's going to happen. It's already happened.
Why don't they, like, how do you feel about, like, if they made a fully automotive, like, public bus system? I mean, that would be just, yeah.
That's all right until they, give it like a social credit thing like China has.
What?
Then we got
That's where the line needs to be drawn.
A social
Yeah.
credit?
Yeah, you don't know about the social credit?
No, what the fuck's that?
So in China, they have this thing called social credit, where it basically grades you on how well good of a member of society you are, right? But the thing is that it's based on China's standards, So do you disagree at all with the government? Okay, well, if you do, then you're not allowed to freaking go to the store and buy food and use the public transportation. You're not allowed to have like an actual credit score so you can buy things like cars or houses. It's like if you're critical of the government, you're not allowed to participate in the society.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah. And also the whole, genociding Muslims at the moment thing. That's fun to deal with.
Yeah, this shit's getting
Yep.
too real.
Sorry it exists.
Sorry you brought it up. Anyway,
Let's bring it to a lighter topic, like the story I was saving for the stream.
yes, please.
So it was I don't remember how long ago I heard it. Basically, this woman goes into her store, and her kid runs in and starts touching everything, and the mom runs after him yelling, "Octopus! Octopus!" And the kid immediately stops what he's doing. And then and then she goes to the cashier and starts doing things. And cashier looks over the kid who's like idly playing with some of the stuff at the counter, and he says, "So you like octopus toys, right?" And he just immediately stops what he's doing. And the mother leans in close to the cashier and says, No. See, that's not what that word means to him. I'm using it as a substitution for another word." And the cashier's like, "What word are you substituting for?" And she says, 14th letter followed by 15th letter.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to remember my ABCs.
The 13th letter of the alphabet is M.
Amen.
Nope, 14th followed by 15th. And this woman was using octopus to tell her kid no, because she didn't want to use the word no.
That's a weak freaking kid.
I'm really
Kid.
confused. Like, how does that even make sense? Why would you do that? Is that like some weird therapy shit?
I think the story took place in one of the super, I forget the adjective, but places of California. So,
Liberal.
They
it was
got-
stronger than that. Like, super, I'm gonna say alternative / hippie.
Dumb
I
as
still don't think I'm
frick.
hitting the right one. Definitely.
I think
Yeah.
the word you're looking for is dumb as frick.
I don't
There's a
know.
certain
It's
adjective used in
clearly
the story.
it's clearly working. He stops when you say octopus. I guess train your children.
Yeah, but now he's not going to be able to be a normal kid.
Oh, he's
Just
clearly
like-
normal.
His parents are clearly not normal.
It's just probably a little therapy trick to get him to behave. I'm sure he does everything else fine.
I doubt it.
Yep.
Kid like that with a parent. Kid like that with a parent like that. No way. No freaking.
Oh my god.
See, I know the whole idea of not using the word no is because it's a negative word and, like, you're only supposed to use positivity for kids according to this train of thought. But you didn't solve the problem, you just made it a different problem.
I don't see how. When the kid's responding to it, he goes like, oh, when you say octopus, I'm supposed to stop doing what I'm doing. He'll eventually go to school and learn that octopus is a freaking animal.
Well, what I mean is, you didn't remove the negativity of the concept, you just changed the word attached to the concept. The concept is still there.
I suppose that's true.
And on top of it, the first time this kid does hear no from, as you mentioned, going to school, he's not going to stop, because he doesn't know that no means no, he thinks octopus means no.
That's true too. There's a lot that goes into this kind of thing. Maybe he's homeschooled. I don't know.
Distinct possibility.
Yeah, in fact, I think I might bet money on it.
Actually, I do remember hearing of it was an Ask Reddit thread where it was like, if you could do any experiment, no matter how unethical it was, and like no one would stop you, what would you do? Someone said, I would raise a child in a completely isolated environment and teach them the completely wrong words for things, and then once they were adult, release them into the world and see how they responded to learning that everything that they knew was wrong.
I think people have had existential crises like that before. It might have already been done. It's called brainwashing.
Well, like, even more extreme, though. So, like, it wouldn't be a nightstand next to your bed. It would be an oven next to your fish tank.
Oh, I don't like that
I think
concept.
one of two things would happen is that there would just be a horrible cognitive dissonance that would just confuse the heck out of them, or they would learn as they're growing up, like, hey, they just figure out from the sheer practicality of everything, like, hey, this isn't working.
Well, remember, it's like unlimited resources, completely unethical, like full-on research project level thing. So
Right,
for the
I'm just
entire
telling
18
you,
years of their...
Yeah, I know what it is. I'm just telling you what the results would be.
Right. Yeah, I agree with the cognitive dissonance, but I don't know if the realizing as you grow up thing would ever happen, because they're completely isolated. They're in an environment where they never know anything else other than this word means this thing. Like, as a child grows up, they don't have the inherent knowledge of the English language. They just learn this sound correlates with this object or this concept.
Mm-hmm.
So if you raise someone with the completely wrong inputs, they're never going to have a brain flip until they have external stimuli that says, this is a table, not a lobster. This color is blue, not fuzzy.
Well, that's just learning the language again.
I think it would basically be like, if you were just to pick me up right now and drop me off in a country I'd never heard of with a language I didn't know, in a culture completely different from my own, it might be something similar. Because I am a full-grown adult, and like if I was dropped in a country I didn't know with concepts I didn't understand, that would be the same exact thing. Like I'd be in a place where everything I knew was wrong.
Well, actually, here was the most interesting part of that concept. If you're dropped into another country with another language where everything's wrong, it's an entirely separate language. But in this example, you go out, let's say this was an isolated research facility in America, and you get dropped into New York City. The language is exactly the same. It's just that the definitions of the words that you're used to compared to the actual language do not line up at all.
I just think
So
this
it would probably be
this
a lot
whole
harder.
concept is really, really bad. because what you're describing and what we're describing are the same thing. So yeah, it's just a really bad concept.
It's a bad idea. It's an experiment. It doesn't mean the idea has to be good. It's just do a thing.
We already know what would happen. I don't know why this guy got on Reddit thinking he was smart and said this,
because he thought maybe, hey, the results would be interesting. And plus, we don't know what would happen because it hasn't happened. We're only guessing what's most probable. We don't know if it's going to happen because no one's going to do it.
I think it's already been done. I think it's already been done, just not intentionally. We just call them people who don't like vegetables.
Oh my god. Let's talk about something else.
Yes.
Alright.
Bring me another topic to ruin.
I'm gonna kick him out of this call. He's being a super Debbie Downer tonight.
Ugh.
I mean, we can revive the Alicorn OC discussion.
I mean, I'm already
That was
right,
fun.
so I'm not gonna go into it again. If you want to see how right I am, go to Brony Buck's channel and look at Alicorn OC on the Brony debates. I basically just stated all the facts, and I was super awesome. All that stuff.
How are you coming with your crochet, babe? It looks like you got a little bit of progress going.
Yeah. Gonna finish up this cuff tonight for sure. I'm gonna put my fan towards me because it's just super hot.
Trent says, I heard this story on r/. That is more than likely where I heard it. And then Honeydrop says normal is overrated, and Trent responds and says this Steven Universe in a nutshell.
I do like Steven Universe.
Who's got Easter plans?
Stay home, eat candy.
I am visiting my grandmother tomorrow.
That's sweet.
I'm caught between whether or not I want to start working on some house projects or if I want to invite people over to have some sort of Easter gathering. I don't know.
Be pretty last minute. They might already have plans.
I put it out there earlier this week. I asked, if I were to do this, would anybody be interested? The only person I was able to, or the only person who responded was our friend Brian.
That's something.
Do both. Have your friends come over and help you with housework and then treat them to Easter dinner.
Maybe. That just sounds like asking them to do stuff for me with extra steps. I don't know. I'd feel guilty baiting them like that.
Well, obviously tell them beforehand.
Yeah.
Or ask them, rather. Hey, you want to help me with some housework project before Easter dinner's ready? No? Okay,
Yeah.
then just go sit and play Smash on the couch.
Spencer, I'm about to buy you a plane ticket to get you down here for like a week. Or, or maybe just a weekend. Because I need some help setting up this office computer room studio thing of mine. If I do it myself, it's going to take 3 days. But if I can even get one more set of hands on it, it'll drastically reduce the time. And I keep asking my friends, and I get no response, which is a little upsetting.
I'd be down. Just let me know the time, and I'll see if I can arrange the time off.
Yep. It's just the money is an issue, too.
One thing that helps is my mom recently moved to North Carolina, and she said anytime me or my sister want to visit her, just let her know and she'll pay for a plane ticket. So if I arrange it properly, I'd get like 2 weeks off, go down there, spend time with her, and then pop on a train or something down to Florida, help you out, and then go back up to my state.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't drive yet, do you?
Nope.
You gotta get on that, man.
I'll do it when I don't live in Connecticut. This state's roads suck.
They suck everywhere. I've been everywhere. They suck everywhere. You're gonna have to get used to it.
Yes, but like the roads around my place super suck. I live near one of the poorest cities in the state, and I live in a super small town where we have a road between two of the towns that is barely 2 cars wide that they somehow squeeze semi-trucks down.
Yeah, I've been there. That sounds like a town. Well, that sounds like the town I grew up in. It also sounds like a place called Acton, Pennsylvania. If anything, those towns are better to learn in. You learn if you learn at a disadvantage, then when things are normal, you're stronger for it.
Yes.
I hope that makes sense. Bigorna says, "Hello everyone, happy Easter. Remember that nothing fits better in an Easter Sunday than an entire pig roasted."
All right.
I think that's a horrible idea.
Sounds legit.
Dang it, Bagorna, you are making me really hungry.
You get hungry too easily.
I know, and I even planned this stream perfectly. I ate dinner right before I got on the stream, and I took a caffeine pill right before I ate so I wouldn't get a food coma.
Yep, you can't win.
The human body is an endless pit.
Indeed.
I ate today, but I didn't eat well, so I'm hungry still. But if I eat more, I'll get fat.
I've been there. I made myself some chicken soup ramen today.
Nice.
It was pretty good.
That sounds absolutely delicious for something I can't eat.
Yeah, I want to do something with my ramen to get like a spicy ramen. I gotta look up what people put. I've mostly been going off what I see on TikToks. And also I just throw cans of vegetables in it. So that's healthy. I was healthy.
Cumin.
Cumin. Oh, we have that. I can do that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
Cumin will give it a little bit of spice.
What should I eat for breakfast tomorrow? I'm out of milk, so I can't have any more cereal.
Pepper flakes will also do that, like red pepper flakes, not ground black pepper that you would normally put on just about everything else. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I hear you. Fried up that chicken. I feel like frying chicken is just like the easiest way to cook it because like I feel like it takes forever when I pan cook it. I cover it up and I have to wait for it to cook for like, I don't know how long, but like I'll have it going on to my workouts, like maybe a half hour I'll let it be like sitting there and on low when it gets cooked. But like when I fry it, I just like have it on one side, wait a few minutes on my phone, flip it a few other times, and then like it's done. I feel like it's faster.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably not the best way to cook your chicken to be healthy.
Well, the breading adds a few calories, that's for sure, and some simple carbs that you don't necessarily need. It's not unhealthy in regular doses, but it doesn't make it more healthy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
My mom makes her fried chicken breading with cornflakes.
I would try that. You crush
It
them
is
up.
good.
Yeah, that does sound pretty good. But you can't do, let me see if I can remember everything. You can't do chicken, turkey, chickpeas. What am I missing?
You were close with the chickpeas. It's peas in general.
Okay, but peas and chickpeas are not the same thing.
That is
And
still incredibly confusing to me.
I remember you saying that you couldn't have hummus, and hummus is just chickpeas. We were talking about salads in my Discord server the other day, and I said, here's this, and here's how you prepare kale so it tastes really good, and I showed you some pictures, and you said, oh, it's got chickpeas in it, so that would probably kill me. But now you're saying you can have chickpeas. I'm just
No,
confused.
I cannot have chickpeas, and I just googled it. Chickpeas are indeed a part of the pea family.
Okay.
Zai, the water demon hedge wolf, says, I had a barbecue with my family. We had a jalapeno popper steak, cooked corn, and it was delicious. Yeah, I'm all about that shit. But I'm not convinced that anybody can make jalapeno poppers better than my family. Excuse me. Because most of the time when I have a jalapeno popper, it's a fried jalapeno, which is good, but it's overloaded with cheese. Which, like, I love cheese, but I want to taste the jalapeno. Like, I get the spice, but I'm not getting the flavor of jalapeno. Jalapenos are delicious. What my family does is, like you saw my mom make them, Ronnie. She got gloves on, she got those jalapenos, she cut them in half, took out all the seeds and stuff, then filled it with like cream cheese and like 3 different cheeses, and then she got some bacon and wrapped it around it, and then she baked that shit. That's how you make a jalapeno popper.
Yeah, it looked pretty good.
You ate
the
one.
way she was doing. I know. Yeah, I ate one, and it didn't really sit well with me for how spicy it was. But like, I could tell that for somebody who likes that kind of thing, it would have been really good.
Yeah, it's delicious, people. I'll make a TikTok of that one day.
So Honeytrop has tried to tell someone named Spencer to not watch Food Wars.
I never really watched Food Wars.
Isn't that one anime where people's clothes would explode off them because the food was so good?
Oh, I actually watched a few episodes of that. It did look pretty delicious.
Yeah, it's literally food porn.
Mm-hmm.
It looked really good. I mean, the food. Like, just the first few... I think I watched the first episode, actually. And it did look really good. I probably would watch it to see if I could, like, do some of the recipes that they have. I'm sure there's YouTube videos of people doing it, too.
So have either of you had any good luck in Pokemon Go this week?
Not particularly. I got to level 35. Yay.
And not anything more than usual.
You know, you hitting level 35 was probably partially because of me, and it's my fault that I didn't give you more experience because I was dumb.
Oh, yeah, because we became best friends.
Yep, I meant to save it so that I could coordinate with you for us to both use lucky eggs. And I was like, I need eggs. Well, I should be clear to open one gift. And then I saw the orange heart and was like, son of a Draconicus.
Yeah. The people have done that with me before. AJ, the autistic pony, he messaged me on Discord saying, hey, Heather, we're going to be Ultra Friends soon. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he goes, like, on Pokemon Go, we have just a few presents to go. And I'm like, wait, oh shit, which one were you again? And I'm like, okay, so we kind of timed it, and I did that, like, once. I didn't see a big difference in the boost. I mean, I guess there is, but, eh.
Well, with best friends, it's a lot more pronounced. Default is 100,000 experience. If you use a lucky egg, it's 200,000.
Jeez.
Two.
So, let's see here. Syndicate wants to know if you saw the Rocco's Modern Life Netflix special.
You know, I didn't, but I got the spark notes of it. Seemed okay.
Let's see here. What else have I missed? I'm sitting here trying to read. I'm mad that my glasses still have not come in. Like, I'm starting to get really, really upset. For those who don't know, I busted my glasses earlier this week, and they keep telling me that they're going to send my glasses out, and then they keep not sending my glasses out.
Oh, fun. How'd you bust them?
They were loose, and I tried to tighten them, and I tightened them wrong.
Ah, so they, like, cracked or shattered?
They broke right at the arm.
Oh. So the glass itself is fine?
Yeah, but like they broke right at, not the arm, the bridge.
Like right in the middle.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go like around like an actual nerd with tape in the middle.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Well, for the purpose of reading chat, why not just hold the pieces up to your eyes whenever you're reading?
Well, because I threw them out. That's why.
Ow.
Oh, why don't you just use the function on your browser to zoom in? Make the text all big.
Yeah, that's an option.
I know that Windows also has a built-in magnifier.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that'll be a phone call I probably make tonight or tomorrow morning. Like, hey, you guys are getting ridiculous. You told me. Well, first of all, I scratched my glasses, right? So I put in that request to get them replaced over a month ago, and then nothing happened. And then I called them a couple of weeks ago, and I said, hey, I still don't have my glasses. Where are they? And they said, oh, we haven't even started processing those yet. We'll start getting them out to you. And I'm like, oh, really? So then a couple of days later is when I happened to break my glasses. And I called them up and I said, hey, I need you to expedite this process, and they're just not working with me. And they told me that they'd be done by this week, and they're not.
Funny.
Yeah. I'm just a
Is
little
someone
upset.
vacuuming?
I think Sweetie's doing something kitchen-y. Oh, yeah.
Alright.
She might be using the blender.
Ah, that would explain why it's so high-pitched.
Yeah. I was just like, is that the food processor? I don't know.
Blue Psycho says you should have watched Man vs. Food.
Mm.
And Bigorna says, I miss making churrasco. Churrasco. What? No meat tastes better than the one I made with only salt on hot coals with some farofa to suck up the meat juices. I don't know what any of this stuff is, and I feel ignorant. I feel like I should know these things. Educate me, Idol. Teach me, Sensei.
Meat good. Juice good. That's all you need to know.
Alright, I can get with this.
Begorda says that we should watch this obscure little cartoon. I don't know if you two have heard of it. It's called My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Oh. Sounds dumb. I don't want to watch that.
Sounds like something only nerds would watch.
You know, I seem to recall this guy who just did a debate about the possibly overpowered god characters of the show.
Wow, he must have no life.
Yeah, no show should have anything like that in it. It's blasphemy. Honeydrop wants to know how Sweetie Bloom is doing.
She's doing okay. She was sick like a week ago, but she's doing great now.
Mm. Were you about to say something, Spencer?
Well, I was gonna make a joke and try to find I was gonna say I don't know his channel name's Brainy, and I was trying to find a synonym for Buck, but then you moved on.
Hmm. Yeah, it's best to move on.
Cause it's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over?
God, I sure hope so.
It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over?
I feel like you might be referencing something.
You won, and she choked you, and she loved you, and she's gone. It's over, isn't it? Why can't I move on?
I should probably not be trying to do this while we're live, but I really need to adjust my scissor arm so that it stops getting in my way, and it is difficult to do.
Do whatever you want.
Have you ever fallen down
go for it, Spencer.
Have you guys ever fallen down a YouTube rabbit hole where you simultaneously regret it immensely and don't regret it at all?
Yes. Did that with the Tubanite shit. Still don't know what's going on.
I have explained that so many times, Heather, and you just refuse to accept it.
There has to be more to this, okay?
It's a meme.
I don't care if it's a meme, Bronny. I need to understand.
That you can understand that it's just a meme.
There's more to this meme.
There isn't, though.
The artwork is so good.
Yes, sometimes people do that for memes. That's why Rick Astley still exists.
I don't care what you say. Okay?
You should. I'm usually right.
You're not. You're very opinionated.
And my opinions are usually right.
No, they're not. In fact, sometimes they're just incredibly blasphemous and wrong.
Can't teach you anything. You don't listen.
Same, Brano. Ditto.
Nah, I listen. And then I...
You ain't listening now!
Well, because you're wrong!
See? There you go again! There you go again! Just freaking being judgmental and opinionated.
I'm not being judgmental, I'm just telling you you're wrong, okay? You're like,
That's your opinion!
There's gotta be more. Listen, if you want there to be more, Heather, you're gonna have to make it yourself, okay?
Then I will!
You have seen everything there is, and you have not found what you're looking for.
No, there is more! I know there's more!
There isn't more!
Yes, there is! You're so full of shit!
So the
Spencer,
YouTube rabbit
weigh in
hole I
on
regret.
this. Yeah.
I got recommended a Bakugan YouTuber by the name of Jet Kuso.
Bakugan.
Bakugan.
Yes. I'm not going to lie, some of the stuff in the reboot looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
Blue Psycho says this is a sitcom and a half.
Yeah.
Which one of us is the half?
I don't know. Take your pick.
I mean, based on just the last 2 minutes alone, I feel like it was you and Brody fighting, and I'm just over here like, Mom, Dad, stop arguing.
You're the heart of this series.
I mean, that's a little ironic considering my OC doesn't have a heart, but okay.
You're not your OC, honey. You're your own person. And that is the life lesson today. Okay, start the Full House theme.
Everywhere you look!
Yeah, that's how I remember it. There's a face!
Hey, have any of you tried to shop for Pokemon cards lately? Not just talking to the call, talking to the chat, too.
Oh my god, I actually have a picture. I went to the Pokemon card section at the Target, and it had a sign there that said, we only allow you to, buy one deck box at a time. You cannot buy multiple. And I was gonna tweet and be like, Pokemon fans, what did you do? What happened?
Oh, that is a story and a half.
Oh god.
Tell us the story.
So, basically, as with everything lately, like graphics cards and PS5s, scalpers have really gotten into Pokemon cards. It has gotten so bad that the people stocking Pokemon cards need to go around in unmarked vehicles and have security escort them to stock the shelves.
Jesus.
Well then.
And I just want a single Shining Faith Elite Trainer box because Gigantamax Eevee, but I can't find one for a reasonable price, even on Amazon. It's like got 100% markup.
Well, yeah, because everybody's trying to find it.
And the lovely thing is, apparently, it's available at my local Walmart, but I haven't been able to get out there, and the one time this last week I was able to get out there, they were closed due to a power outage.
That is sick luck.
This is why you gotta learn how to drive.
I don't think that would have stopped the power outage.
Well, no, it wouldn't have stopped the power outage, but it would have helped him get there sooner when there wasn't a power outage. Like, external factors would not be as much of a concern.
It is true. At the time I was hitching a ride with a friend who was doing errands. Which sucked for him too, because he needed a tube for his bike tire, so that's why I got him to go to Walmart.
This pop filter on my scissor arm here is starting to frustrate me. I can't seem to get it to lock into a spot where it'll actually hold on and stay up. Well, I had that at an angle before, but that was the angle that I kept bumping my head into.
I wish I had a pop filter. It's always been on my list of things to get, but I never get it.
I'll find the Amazon listing for the one I use.
Yeah, your voice sounds really good.
They're all the same. Well, pop filter is pretty low on the list of things that affect your vocal quality. Environment and dynamic range of the microphone is a lot more important.
3. Is that 7? I think that's...
Please tell me this isn't one of the things I ordered on my mom's Amazon account.
It probably is.
My unicorn pen is starting to dry out, and that makes me sad.
We can probably find your refills, Heather.
I don't know how to open the pen.
Wait, 100 pages.
How do you open pen?
There should be a part where it unscrews.
Yeah.
I would think it would be this part, but no, that's not coming off. Is it this part? That looks like it's pasted on.
Oh, lovely.
I don't know.
That would make it difficult.
I could always switch to my other unicorn pen, but we'll wait for that day.
Pardon me for a minute, my friends.
That was oddly formal and weird.
Okay, we're getting closer.
Had to follow the pattern diligently for a second there. Glad I was able to multitask, but now it's just single crochets all around for a couple rounds. So that's good. Oh, and I should cut this off with some scissors. I'll tie these two together.
Okay, when did I get this pop filter? Okay, well there's the boom arm, so...
What the?
According to ARM.com, ARM is the leading technology.
How the fuck did you activate my Google?
I don't know. So it appears that my pop filter was indeed something I bought before I had an Amazon account.
For now, I put a sock on my microphone.
Oh yeah, that works.
Does the job, I guess. It's a sock that I'm missing the match to, so you know, it's a disposable sock. It's too bad. It's one of those My Little Pony socks that Ronnie's sister gave me. People give me too many
If
socks.
you want to do a quick... If you want to do a quick test of the pop filter, you can just hold the mic up to your face and say, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Peter Piper picked a something with peppers. P.
Peter Piper picked a peck of Pinkie Pies.
Peter Piper picked a peck of Pinkie Pies. Probably a pussy.
Yeah, it's doing the job just fine. I don't
Okay.
hear it getting blown out by the puh sound.
Alright, so my sock is fine. It's just my environment and everything that makes me not sound so good and stuff.
Yeah, the biggest advantage will be getting you a mic boom so that you can have it right next to your mouth. That'll help on cutting down on environmental noise.
Oh yeah. We'll get started on that when I'm all settled into Bronny's place. Which, I got paid early, so I want to order a desk so that it can go to Bronny's house.
Actually, that might be the 5D chess play. Once Bronny has me come down when you're moving down there, so I can help you move in and set up his office at the same time.
That'd be something.
Alright, I'm back.
Hi, back. I'm Spencer.
Ah!
I'm a pretty
Yeah,
pony
you're
princess,
down.
people.
You dare use my own spells against me.
Hey, yeah, like, we're testing my sock as a pop filter, and apparently it does the job.
Well, yeah, that was a suggestion I gave you a while ago.
Was it? Yeah. You know, I just thought about how this is a sock I don't have the match to, and it's one of the socks your sister gave me.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It happens when you have to go to a laundromat all the time to do your laundry. You never find it again. That's why I have a whole bunch of, like, mismatched socks as rags I use to clean around the house, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just never find those socks again. Oh yeah, I haven't
What you
logged in
looking at?
meals.
What'd you say, Heather?
My watch was just telling me, are you going to log a meal today? And I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't tell my app what I'm eating today. And I'm like, I don't feel like it. On weekends, I'm usually just like, fuck it. Don't feel like it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you're starting the next line there. That's cool.
Purples.
Yep. Hey, is that one purple? Purple is my favorite color.
And that's how Brownie became a brony.
You know, actually, funny thing about that statement, earlier today I watched a buck to the face of the MLP premiere.
Oh yeah, the one where I did the green screen and then, like an idiot, wore a shirt with green on it.
Genius.
Did you? I didn't notice that.
Yep.
Are you being sarcastic or no?
I am not.
Okay, it's so hard to tell.
Buck to the face. So,
Yeah, that was a pain in the neck to edit. One reason being was because I had to, I wasn't thinking and I wore a shirt with green on it, which means you can't use the easy way in Adobe Premiere to do chroma key. I had to sit there and keyframe the freaking the color key in Adobe Premiere.
I see that now.
Yeah.
I mean, based on the green fringe that I see around your arm, it looks like it should have been a different enough shade that it shouldn't have been a problem.
Yeah, another problem I had with that was lighting. And hopefully the next time I set up a green screen, which will be in a couple of days here, um, if not tomorrow, that I can light it properly. You've got to have you've got to have a different color light on the screen than you do on the tail. My bulbs are all 5500 Kelvin, which is a color temperature, basically means daylight. So to the naked eye, it's going to look white, it's going to look fine, but on camera, it's going to look blue. Which is nice for who's ever on the green screen. It means whoever's on the green screen is going to look a natural color, so you can tweak that grading however you need to. But if you light the green screen the same way, then it starts blending together and you don't get enough color separation for the computer to be like, oh, this is not the same color as this. So in an ideal situation, you light the green screen with tungsten colored bulbs, which is the color temperature for that is more in the 3300 range. And then you don't get that problem anymore. The green screen looks very green, and then the talent looks neutral. You following me on this?
Yep.
Totally. Paying attention.
I saw a Captain Disillusion video about green screens a long time ago, so I vaguely remember the lighting setups.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good.
So I imagine you're not going to actually light it up with tungsten. You're going to use something like a properly color temperature LED bulb.
Yeah. But I have, well, if I can find one, but LED bulbs in that, in what's compatible with these lights and that color temperature are rare. I don't doubt that they exist, but I haven't been able to find them. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have to use a gel on the outside of the light to color the light.
What kind of lights are they?
They're LEDs. I'll send you an Amazon link sometime.
All right.
What are you thinking about there, Spencer?
I was Googling LED bulbs.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what's up, but I know that they got some kind of special wattage that they're compatible with. I don't know. I gotta double check it all. But I don't want to do that because, like, the last time I looked into that, I was able to find the bulbs the right bulbs in packs of 4 for like $25. So pain in the neck.
Sounds like it would be a pain in the neck.
Yep.
See, I have all smart lighting in my room, so those bulb prices sound pretty good right about now.
Yeah, the smart lighting isn't fun.
Well, it is really fun, just the price isn't. I think I did... It was $17 for a pack of 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with that. I paid $35 and got a 50-foot long LED strip and stuck that to the walls around the perimeter of my bedroom, and that turned out really nice.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yep. I just keep them at neutral white, and they're not so bright that they irritate me. They're not shining down into my face while I'm laying down like my ceiling fan does.
Actually, that was the explicit purpose on why I bought the smart lights, because I have them hooked up to my, I'm not going to trigger Heaven's phone again, wiretap device, so that I can set a routine to set an alarm that sets all my lights to maximum brightness. That way, it's not just hit snooze on the alarm clock, it's welcome, the sun's in your eyes.
What you should do is have them gradually brighten up starting at a certain point. So let's say you wake up at 7. At 5 o'clock, have them turn on their lowest setting, and by the time you get to like 6:37, like that, it is bright enough to wake you up naturally, and because that's going to simulate sunlight a lot more, which is healthier for you.
I do know about that. Actually, when I started this technique, I was using a desk lamp and a bulb on a timer plug, so I extra didn't have that option. But it does appear that the home will allow me to do that, so I'll have to look into it.
Alrighty then.
Syndicate wants to know what we would say if someone called her OC a pretty pony princess.
I'd be like, you're correct, sir. Absolutely correct. 100% correct, even. I am a pretty pony princess.
I agree.
See, I would be slightly annoyed, but I know I brought it on myself because I used a female pony base for my OC because I don't really like the male pony bases. I don't know how to create one that I would like.
I've had a few people say that before.
Heather's making pretty good progress tonight.
Yeah. Trying not to melt over here. I tried it on too. It's a little snug, but you're known as small, right?
Well, yeah, she's 87 years old, so she's got a little, doesn't exactly have a whole lot around the wrist, you know?
She's gonna be so freaking snug as a bug in the motherfucking rug. She won't even know what hit her. Slap, it's a pair of mittens, Nona.
Zeragamba says, I'm coloring that Helltaker project of you and Brawny, and I realized I don't know your eye color.
No one does.
Are we talking IRL eye color or OC eye color?
Because I have two. You know, since it's demonic, just make them red. Just make them red. It fits. Like, I had it that my default color of eyes for my OC were going to be like a golden yellow. But since it's demonic, just do the red.
If I recall correctly, that you were going to be Justice, who's blind, so your eye color probably would be extremely faded out anyway.
Yeah. Forgot that she was blind.
Yep, Justice is blind.
Can you believe we like finished that game?
Well, we didn't quite finish it. I'm still picking it for the third time to get picked, because we still got the secret ending to do.
How long was I at that? I think I spent that whole hour just trying to do that final stage.
Like, how do you get the secret ending?
So there are 3 levels in the game where one of the rocks has a symbol on it, and it bypasses the regular solution to the puzzle. So you have to do the puzzle to get those symbols and meet with the girl. and then you have to beat the boss again, and then you have to do a special ritual in the house at the end of the game.
Alrighty then.
Though for that, I don't think you'll blame me that I'm just going to pull up the solutions and feed them to you, because I know that boss battle is going to take you a while again.
Yes, please.
No moral high ground this time around.
Speed run.
Well, I got through it, so yeah, I will say it's good.
The funny thing is, I also just saw the season 6 finale buck to the face again as well.
Oh jeez. Well,
Yeah,
no,
I saw
shouldn't say
10
that.
of
That
them
was,
before
that was
the
a good
stream.
one. It was a decent video.
Excuse me, guards, did this smell like chloroform to you?
That was a good line. I came up with that one.
I thought you said Countess did.
I might have been. I don't know. I remember coming up with that one, but I remember a lot of things. My memory's just been going in the dirt lately.
Yep. I think you said you had some sort of setup where, like, they tried to sneak you in, and you were pretending that you were severely mentally handicapped and needed medical attention straight away, and then just ultimately decided the chloroform angle would be easier and funnier.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yes,
like
that is
how
true.
in Sister Hooves Social, Brownie got me on there, and we'd come up with two things. Like, he came up with one thing where, like, we were gonna participate in a three-legged race together, and it was like, okay. But I came up with mine that was just me showing up in a mustache and pulling the classic "you think it's me dressed in drag, but then I show up and it's just a person that really looks like me," which was way simpler. And like, Bronny presented the two ideas, and everyone was just like, yeah, the simpler one is funnier.
Yeah, that type of thing does happen occasionally. 'Cause when you're writing, you get things like that. You get things where you got two different outcomes that you could possibly go with, and then one of two things happens. When you're not sure what to do, you ask somebody else, and at that point, they will either repeat it back to you, and you'll realize how stupid it is. Right? Like they'll say, "Oh, I like the one where you do X, Y, and Z." And just hearing somebody else say it out loud, it makes you realize that it's a bad idea. Or, they pick the good one.
And in this case, they were like, yes, I'd like to see Heather with a mustache.
Who is this Heather you speak of? I am Prince Howie Budd.
Yeah. Prince Howie Budd has to have his own lore or something.
I was going to say miracle accident, but
Heather's over here getting notifications.
I am. It's all my nephew.
she is blowing up. Have you guys ever heard that comedy bit?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Oh. So, I forget which comedian it was. I heard this almost a decade ago, I think. But this guy had a friend. Every time his phone started ringing, he'd go, "I'm blowing up, everybody! I am blowing up!" And this was right when cell phones were entering the mainstream more and more. So then he got a phone where he could record his own ringtone. So he recorded himself saying, "I'm blowing up, everybody!" And so, after that, the comedian made it a point to always call his friend when he was at an airport, hoping for the legendary day he would be departing out of gate C4.
Ah,
"Oh, where are you heading today, sir?" "Oh, I'm heading over to gate C4. I'm blowing up, everybody!"
fitting. Chug Zone just says Homestar Runner?
I don't know.
Contextant. I need to get a soundboard like DJ has, so I can just play the TFS voice clip. I can't help feel like we're missing a bit of context here.
Yeah, my pen is definitely going out. I'm switching to the other pen. Big
It's
squishy
dying.
pen.
We need to give it some penicillin.
Did you bring an EpiPen?
That
It
was
needs
the
CPEN R.
That was the penultimate mistake.
You will suffer for this penalty.
It'll be sheer pandemonium.
We're gonna get thrown in the penitentiary.
That makes me pensive.
I'm dry. Good job.
Good. We have silenced him. But for how long?
I don't know, it's quite the predicament.
Alright.
Truck Zone says puns are awesome.
Good.
Blue Psycho says,
Yep.
what is their penance?
You know, on one hand, I kind of feel bad for Heather, because Brandon leaving and me entering means that now she's outnumbered for people who enjoy puns. But on the other hand, I don't, because puns are awesome.
I could always end it, you know. I could make this a solo thing, but I don't want to be alone.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah, and it's just me by myself, talking to myself, talking to people online. What's the point in that? I'm gonna open the door again. It's super hot.
The funny thing is, now it is for me too. I've been cold all day, and then the heat kicks on. My desk is right above a vent, because of course it is.
I
I
don't
need
know.
to get a ceiling fan in this room I'm in now because, yeah, this room gets super hot with the computer, and I don't realize how much I'm sweating until I try to take my headphones off.
Oof.
Yeah, you're a
I've got
sweater.
I've got these big cans on my head, and that doesn't help much.
I tell you, honey, you just gotta always wear a bandana when you're in a hot place, or you're doing something that's gonna make you sweat. You need something to wipe your face with.
Yeah, I suppose I do. Drug Zone says I want heat. I grow tired of the cold.
Want to trade? I like the cold.
It was actually kind of chilly in my house today, Heather.
That would have been nice. I would have sat on the floor. Gotten my cheeks nice and cold.
What do you think
I'm in
about-
agreement with Chuck Zone about getting tired of the cold.
Yeah, is it still cold where you are, Spencer?
Yes, actually, real entertaining story. This morning, my sister lives in my dad's house up the street from me. So she needed a Wi-Fi repeater set up. So I set out at 10:30 this morning. I left my hoodie in my backpack like an absolute moron because I was freezing by the time I was halfway there. But then by that point, I was like, it's only going to get hotter. I might as well stick it out. And then I get 5 minutes from the house because it took me an hour to walk there. And she's like, oh yeah, my friend forgot the repeater.
Oh my god, I would be upset.
I mean, it was an excuse to go say hi to my sister and my dad, so I wasn't that upset, but... And thankfully I hitched a ride with my dad on the way home, so...
Mm-hmm.
And I needed the exercise. It was more benefits than not, but it was still a little annoying.
Alright. Chuck Zone says, and by the way, Heather, Ren and Stimpy is the best cartoon characters ever.
I respect your opinion. Maybe they're pretty cool. I have my own opinions. Won't deny that they deserve to be on this shirt.
Blue Psycho says, I like the cold. Winter is my favorite season.
Yeah, winter's great. You got Christmas, you have a whole bunch of nice seasonal treats that come out. Like, big excuse for me to bake, like, a ton of cookies. The stuff that I crochet for people really comes in handy.
What you writing down, Heather?
Oh, I just take tally marks of what row I'm on so I don't forget. Like, actually, this one notepad, sheet of paper, just tons of tally marks.
Nice.
Can someone tell me why the silicon shortage has to be a thing?
Probably gross mismanagement somewhere along the line.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Well, unfortunately, I know the reason.
Tell me the reason.
At the beginning of the pandemic, all the silicon factories started spinning down because they thought there would be reduced demand due to the pandemic, and then the inverse happened. So they can't spin the factories up fast enough to keep up with supply. Plus, having the hottest new NVIDIA graphics card and the new console generation launch at the same time, plus the best AMD Ryzen processor yet, left a very serious demand for silicon that wasn't there.
Oh, jeez.
So, I was thinking, hey, I heard that production on the GTX 1050 Ti was spinning back up. Maybe one of those is reasonably priced that we could get Broady RTX voice. Nope.
Yeah. I don't need it anyway. At least I don't think I do. How annoying is this fan that I've got sitting under my desk?
Does it at least feel good?
It feels alright.
Good. I would like another fan. I have one fan that's blowing here, which is just okay, but I need a fan right here so I can prop my legs up and it can just cool underneath my thighs and my butt.
Ooh, actually, there is a real interesting thing that we can do if we get the proper machine for it. LTT did a video about water cooling a gaming chair using flexible silicone tubing, an aquarium pump, and a Peltier.
That's an interesting idea, to say the least.
That's innovative. That's innovative. He's solving modern problems.
Yeah, and apparently it worked super well. Linus said on an episode of The Wayne Show, after they shot the video, he was like, so, when do I get this in my office? I was like, wait, you weren't hamming it up for the video? And he was like, no, I love this thing.
Be nice to have a cool butt.
Well, yeah, and the back, too. That would almost negate the purpose of the need for a fan.
Oh, it's never enough.
Zeragama just posted the flat image for Helltaker Brawny and Judgment Heather in the art gallery.
I'm gonna take a look.
Oh, jeez.
Ah, man, I have some sick boobs. I wish my boobs were that good. Sick ties.
Yes, I'm super sure you want those back problems.
I want these boobs, though. Those are great boobs. You're looking at them in the picture.
Alright.
Yes, nice honkers. A real setup of donkers.
Some glorious mommy milkers. Just like, for people who can't see that picture, like, imagine my boobs, but like this. Like, freaking melons. That's the kind of boobs I'm talking about.
You see Zergam just posting that emoticon or whatever it is.
Just like, yes, Heather, I put all this attention to detail and work into this just so you can compliment the tits. Nah, the rest of it's pretty great. I like what you did with me. You made my body so nice. That's the gold body, Bronny. That body I have in that picture.
We can get you there.
But you can't give me those tits!
Not exactly.
It's good stuff.
Here's what we do. Here's what we do, Heather. We build out your pectoral muscles. Okay. We slim down the belly. We build out the pectoral muscles. All right.
Remember how full I was from spaghetti last night?
Yep.
Oh, that was awesome. Good shit. Good shit. Maybe I'll make spaghetti tomorrow. I still have plenty of pasta sauce. Plenty
That's
of
not a bad idea.
Easter spaghetti! I'll put the ground beef out to thaw tonight.
Sounds good. Rusty Helm says, cool butt on a hot day and a hot butt on a cold day.
Good shit. The future is now, bitches.
See, in order for that to work with the chair, you would have to reverse the Peltier. And I don't know if that'd be possible without partially dismantling it. I have to watch the video again.
Or maybe you just make two different chairs, one that's heated and one that's cool, and you just switch them out depending on, like, the season or the day.
That sounds expensive.
I'm worth it. Does everyone think I'm worth it? Because I think I'm worth it.
You don't doubt that. I think tedious would be the correct word.
Again, I'm worth it.
Zaragamba says there's a link for you, degenerates.
And I don't see the link, so if you want to fire that over to me, I'll link it for you.
I think we assigned like Heather one of those characters based on the sole fact that they were wearing sunglasses.
Oh yeah,
Yep, Justice.
Justice. I think, yeah, Justice, and they were like blind underneath the sunglasses. Yeah, that was totally me. You doing eggs?
Yep. All right. Which ones do you want?
I want this one because it looks like the universe.
Cool.
And
Hi, sweetie.
Sup?
I want this one because it looks like a dragon egg.
Okay.
And I want that.
Okay.
No particular reason.
Those are looking
Sounds like
pretty
mine.
exceptional.
I mean, you'll be getting more than just those three, but
Oh, other
If
than
you
that,
have-
I have no preference. I
Okay.
want to have the galaxy, a dinosaur egg, and particularly that one in my belly.
okay. Sounds like a plan.
I'm
Mark those for you for-
ecstatic.
Kid egg.
Look like they have excellent.
What is your country? What is that? Were you
She
following
should
the
be
eggs?
exalted for her effort.
She was following the eggs, I'm pretty sure. No, the eggs aren't in here anymore. She looks very angry about
Bagorna
it.
says we could. Bagorna says we could steal some car seats. That's the real comfort. Incorrect. Using car seats in an office seat setting is impractical because car seats are designed to slope upward towards your knees with the expectation that your feet will be braced against either the floor of the car or in use on the pedals. When you have that on an office chair, your feet aren't positioned properly, so it will cut off circulation to your legs.
Ewy. Don't want that.
It's
love
part of the
you.
reason why $400 bucket gaming chairs are stupid, because of that design that they use for race car seats getting recycled.
Like, if I was playing a racing game, I probably would think it's cool, but I'm not going to play a racing game every day, so it's impractical. God, this one's running low on ink, too. Shit! Shit! Kitty! We have to get the cap. Yes!
Aw.
Look at her little face.
Aw.
She seems to enjoy getting scratched by that thing.
It'll be her favorite thing soon enough. She'll see it, she'll be like, time for scratch, and I'm like, no, it's for writing.
Yeah, but then you won't be able to get any writing done because you'll see that and be like, oh, it's scratching my head time. But of course, if she sees you, she's like, oh, it's scratching my head time.
Sometimes it's cuddle time.
Mm-hmm. That's the nice point with cats, when you can bully them into being such little teddy bears that they come to you for pets.
I didn't even bully her, she just like came like this.
Yeah, she took a few weeks to get warmed up to you and then was just like, oh, this is nice.
Do you think
Yeah.
I'm a monkey?
My friend's cat was a little frosty when I first moved into his house, and now she seeks out my dirty laundry basket to take naps in.
She wants your smell to be her smell and vice versa.
That's what I think is happening. Though recently I left the lid for the totes I used to store my clothes open, and she curled up in there.
Yeah, sounds like a cat thing to do.
Rusty Helm wants to know what the cat's name is.
Her name is Knife. You know. Knife.
Now that's a nice knife.
We like to say nice to meet you.
She likes knives. Oh, I dropped my chapstick. Kitty, get my chapstick.
She doesn't understand these words you're using.
She knows words. She just doesn't care what they are.
Have you ever tried to scratch Knife's stomach when she was on her back?
Yeah, and she seems alright with that. She likes, you know, me scratching. See? Look at her right
Really?
now. It's a little... Oh, no, kitty, no lickies. It's a little bitten up down there. That's probably why the rest of her fur looks
doesn't-
okay.
She doesn't try to eat your hand or anything?
Not in recent memory. I know there's sometimes before where I've been petting her mindlessly on the tummy and then she starts going like, nah, nah, nah. And I'm like, oh, shit, what? Did I do it wrong?
Hmm.
Lady kitty.
Yeah. My friend's kitty goes for the biting him almost immediately.
Yeah, they don't like you touching their bellies ordinarily, but, you know, she has stuff she likes and doesn't like. She's a little different. She's very, very adamant about her ears being scratched. And her head. She likes it when I get the wire brush and, like, brush her head and get around her ears and even her chin. Her chin she likes a lot. Her whole head area. But, like, I'll do the rest of her body, try to do her tail and all that, and she'll be like, I don't like that as much, though. I just want it on my head. And I'm like, well, I need to brush more than just your dumb old head. It's a cute head. You have a cute head, I'm sorry. You have a cute little head. She stalls my progress, though.
Who's the little cute distraction?
And she didn't like that.
Look at that look on her face.
It's so, like, pissy. She does this look a lot. That kind of reminds me of me. Like, she'll have one eye, like, slightly more closed than the other and kind of give you a look like this.
That's pretty much what she was just doing for the stream.
Yeah. And, like, sometimes I do that with my face when I'm really tired. And I'm like, did I get it from you or did you get it from me?
Well, this is the cat stream now.
Yep, it's all about knife right now. I can try to crochet, but it's not going to go very far.
Ignore the cat.
I cannot. She is here.
You can't not.
Man, if you, like, just rub past her back here, she is so spiny. Feel her little bones. Feel her little bones.
I forgot to bring this up earlier. Are either of you familiar with the VTuber Snuffy?
No. I really am not in that VTuber space, bro.
Alright. Short summary, she is a raccoon girl, but the reason I bring her up right now is because for her April Fool's thing, she had a pony VTuber model made, and it looks pretty good.
Oh, that's good shit.
Like, I swear, if Friendship is Magic came out like 2 years ago, I'm pretty sure half the fandom would get pony VTuber models made.
Oh, yeah. It would be insane.
Of course, Snuffy's also a cursed degenerate, so she put herself in a jar.
Yeah. People have made charms out of that kind of thing, though, so I think a lot of people are embracing it. Though people just like shit in jars and stuff, I guess.
There's a specific reason why her being a pony in a jar is extremely cursed, though.
Oh, yes, I know. I'm very well aware.
Okay.
What? Oh, shit, your hair's in my nose. Oh my god. Yeah. She looks at me like this all the time, with just the expression of, no
You
bellies.
existing in my dimension? How dare you?
You existing in this dimension at this time, looking at the entirety of this household?
Ah, my god, when I start to scratch her, she likes to start digging her claws into me. Can you put them away?
Hi, you're scratching me, so I'm scratching you back. What's the problem here?
I have just fleshy pink skin. I don't want claw marks in it.
The Gorda says good thing that the other insane stuff that this fandom did never leak to the public, like the hay burger.
The hay burger. I don't remember the hay burger.
I know that a hay burger was in the show. I don't know what the fandom hay burger would be.
I think someone did try to make a burger actually made of hay.
You get your little tongue back in your mouth. You get that little tongue in there. No bleps. No little bleps. You're a sophisticated kitty. You don't do that. You don't do that.
Rusty Helm says, I've seen more bronies getting into the whole VTuber thing. Which ones? I'm curious to check them out.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that.
Yeah. The reason I find the whole Snuffy thing interesting is she's been an established VTuber for a while. It was very recently that she started letting her Pegasus flag fly, and it was getting a lot of attention.
Oh, well, anyway, last 10 minutes of the stream, Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, please save them out forever. Hold your silence until the next stream. And to that, I want to say also, you think she might be doing it for clout because she knew it would get a reaction? Or, like, does she talk about how she actually really liked MLP?
She's been talking about how she really liked it. I know I said this before, either last week or the week before, but during one of her streams, she started pulling up a bunch of Brony song parodies and playing them for the stream.
Oh, wow, yeah. So she's legit. She's the real thing. She's the genuine article.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. We got an ally in that space. Didn't Evan Bernardi, he's like making a VTuber model? I feel like I've seen it.
Yeah. Something he was working on. Rusty Helm says, one is a gamer named DM Pone 3000.
Oh. So there's a Brony VTuber fandom. What gets me is that they have hay burger and hay fries, and I'm like, that's too much hay. Like, mix it up a little.
You want to get on the bed?
Fries were made from potato already anyway. Why did they need to be plantified?
Yeah, I don't know. Can horses not eat potatoes?
I don't know. Bigorna says, obscure happening, but someone from /MLP made a literal hay burger from a Big Mac and a bag of hay for rabbits, but he thought the hay was too green and he dried it further. All speculation leads to this guy dying from internal bleeding.
Ew. Yeah, I don't think human beings are really meant to digest hay.
Oh, interesting. As members of the Nightshade family, potatoes are toxic to horses.
Oh, so okay, there's legitimate reason why you shouldn't make potatoes. For
Thankfully, horses generally avoid potatoes due to an off-putting taste. Interesting.
There you go.
So that certainly would explain it.
Ah, gross, you sneezed on me. Ew. Nasty.
Oh, goodness. My hips hurt. I'm a geriatric, Heather.
Yeah, what else is new?
I don't know, I found out recently the water is pretty dang wet.
Like the water that's pouring from your skin right now?
Yep. I need this cat to just chill out.
Yeah, she's ready to fight right now. She got the twitchy tail shit. You want to get down? Do you want to get down? Because I can just put you down and you don't have to think too hard about it. Because when you look at the floor, I think you want to get down.
She probably does, but she's too old to do it.
There, you're on the floor now. Better?
Floor gang. Rusty Helm says, in other news, sand is dry, coarse, and it gets all over the place.
Hate that shit.
It can be a real pain in the neck.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't like the beach. I'd love the beach more if there was no sand in it. Sand is super hot. I mean, sometimes it was cool to make a sand castle and the sand could be soft, but like when the sand's hot, it fucking sucks.
Yeah, you gotta rush yourself down to the edge of the water.
Yeah. And then you got fucking, what is it? People being nasty up in that sand, like you're getting used band-aids and shit. I would like to go to the pier. The smell of the ocean is very nice. And I like the ocean itself. I just don't like that beach part.
I'm in agreement on not liking the beach, though for different reasons. I just don't like being in the water in general.
And the water's the best part.
I don't know, as I've gotten older, it's just become more of an annoyance for me.
Yeah, you know, different strokes, different folks. The ocean is great. It has fishies in it, like spoon, but like not like spoon. Really interesting fish too.
Like Spoon, but bigger than Spoon. So, ladles.
Yes.
All those ladles in the ocean. I want to put my fist in their mouths.
Why are you like this?
I don't know. You ever just see an open shark mouth and you're like, I want to put my fist in it, see if it fits?
No, I've never had that problem.
Yeah.
I'm not psycho.
What if he doesn't even kill me or eat me? He just gives me a little nibble and then leaves.
I find that highly unlikely.
Sharks are cool. We should watch a shark movie after this.
I'll queue up Sharknado.
I was
Yay!
just about to suggest that.
That movie's kind of funny. Like horrible acting and terrible CGI sharks just murdering a bunch of people. What more could you ask for? They had this weird love triangle going on with like some of the main characters, and it was kind of gross.
Blue Psycho says asphalt is worse in the heat.
Okay, so I figured it'd probably be a bad idea to hide the actual eggs, given our current infestation problem. So I hid some of your plastic eggs with some candy in it. No, don't before them until the morning, but as you know, there are 4 of them, so. But your colored eggs will be in the refrigerator for you. I also noticed the Reese's started melting, so I put the chocolate in the refrigerator. I make no promises for the Reese's that's in one of the eggs. It's okay, it's in a wrapper. Melted chocolate still tastes good.
Oh yeah, it does. I put some candies in that fridge already because like I was keeping it in my room and I had to wait till Easter, but I'm just like, it's melting in here, dude. I'm melting.
Right, yeah, like I picked up the Reese's and I'm like, oh, this is liquid.
Let's wait on that.
The bunny is still alive, so.
Yeah. You could make them into a milkshake. Everything's melting over here.
My milkshakes
It
brings all the boys to the yard
And they're like,
in the last minute of the stream.
It
We
is
don't have
all-
time for all these boys in the yard in the last minute of the stream.
oh man, time really flew. It's been like almost 10 minutes already.
Yep.
Well, we did get very far on the mitten.
Time flies when you're properly caffeinated.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I only had to do one more round to finish this one. We'll do that later.
We're in mitten condition.
I loved that one.
I got tons of red marks on my thighs from where the cat was like just stepping on me.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. Alright,
What
once.
are we gonna do now, Heather?
Well, it's time to say, oh shit, alarm's going off too. Oh fuck. But it is time for us to say goodnight in alphabetical order. Okay. let's start with Emerald's. Oh, no. Brawny goes first. He starts with B. Have to remember my
Have a
alphabet.
good night, everyone.
Emerald!
Have a good night and happy Easter, everybody.
Alright, and good night, everybody. I want to take this minute to thank my glorious patrons on Patreon. That would be Emerald Spencer, DJ Skywalker, and Filmer Brony. If you'd like to become one of my patrons, you can go ahead and go to the link in the description to my Patreon. For as little as $10 per post, you can get into my Discord server. We hang out a lot. We collectively post a buttload of memes. We talk about a lot of stuff. It's a good time all around, but if you don't feel like I'm worth that much, you can always just give me $2 per post, and you can get your own kazoo cover. Yay! I make artwork for it. I do it myself. And sometimes I incorporate other instruments. Like here's my kazoo. I also got this slide whistle, and I also got like some fucking open. What do I have in here?
Alrighty then.
And freaking harmonicas. Like I had that in the most recent one with Jorno. Yeah. Musical up in this bitch. But if you feel like I'm worth just a one-time donation, you can go to the description and get my PayPal link. Paste that into your URL and give me however much you think I'm worth. Nothing in the negative numbers, though. Thank you. And with that, I want to say good night. I feel like I had a good time tonight, even though it's sweltering in here. And we'll see you in the next one. Good night.